not using.
I'm telling you, I need your ID.
I'm not using amplification. I'm using my voice.
I don't care.
I'm exercising my freedom of speech, sir.
Right, I get that.
So you're gonna arrest me for exercising my freedom of speech?
You can't.
Excuse me?
It's in the Bill of Rights, the Constitution.
You're gonna arrest us
freedom of speech.
if we're exercising our freedom of speech on a public sidewalk on an easement?
The problem is that we have a noise ordinance, okay?
Yeah, I'm using my voice, sir.
It doesn't matter if you're using your voice. You can still be too loud, and people can still complain about this.
So
you actually were standing on the property here.
This is not.
I'm not going to argue the point.
This is an easement right here.
Your ID, sir.
Welcome back to We the People University. We have yet another surprising video for you guys because we know you've never seen the police violate anyone's rights. Well, this is going to be the first time, and I hope you catch my sarcasm. The Cleburne, if I'm saying that right, the Cleburne Police Department located in Texas. You know, it becomes a time where you just think it's on purpose. And you guys have, if you follow the channel, you've heard me state several times that, well, police just don't know the law. And some of them do. I'm just starting to believe and change my stance a little bit that all of them just don't care and they do know the law. And the reason my stance was the opposite of what it's starting to become now is because when I was in the academy, I learned things on my own as I, graduated the academy. I started reading more. I started just studying. And not to mention, I started watching 1A audit videos, which caused me to question some things. Hey, whoa, is that legal or is it not legal? What is it? Left or right, up or down? So I started looking into these things. So I educated myself. Well, for that reason, I felt like, well, there's other officers as well that probably just don't know. Like myself, I just didn't know. But the more I'm doing these videos, I'm starting to believe that the officers who just don't know, they're probably a fraction. And the majority of these officers, close to almost all of these officers, know the law. And if they don't know the law, they're simply ignoring the law. Because there's no way you can swear an oath to something and you have no clue of what you're swearing to. So you have to know. This is mind blowing. Let's check out this video. And I would like to say this really quickly. No matter what someone's saying, we all have the right to say it. If it's not threatening someone's life or you're trying to, something of that nature, you have a First Amendment right no matter what, whether it's a religious speech or whether it's just you having your opinion, you want to get it out there. So no matter what it is, we have the right to say these things. But in this video, that right is not going to exist for these individuals because it's religious speech. And it was deemed to be, I guess, a nuisance. Let's check this out.
273, go ahead. Came back up P12.
Sir, we're not on the property.
Hi.
Tells the truth. We should be telling the truth.
Do you have a permit?
Dwelling in truth.
Need to see your ID, please.
Is there a reason why, sir?
Yeah, loud noise complaint?
Yeah, well, do you have a noise ordinance number?
We do.
Okay, what is it?
I need to see your IDs,
No,
please.
we're asking for the noise ordinance.
I'm asking you for your IDs.
Sir, I'm asking you a question.
I'm not. First off, I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Well,
I need to see your identification.
Why do you need to see my ID for?
Because you're creating a loud noise disturbance.
So
I need to see your ID.
Do you have the ordinance number, though, sir? If we don't give you the ID, will you arrest us? Yes?
Absolutely, I will.
Okay, without the ordinance number, sir?
Yeah, at least.
You're interfering with my investigation right now. Remove yourself from my investigation, or I'm going to put you in jail.
At least show us our ordinance. Why are you so hostile, sir?
I'm not hostile.
This is wicked in the sight of God. This is an abomination.
I need to see your identification, or you'll be placed under arrest.
If I don't,
You'll be placed under arrest.
That lying lips are an abomination.
You're both making too much noise out here.
We have the compliance because we have.
I don't need to show you the code to arrest you on it. Now give me your ID or go to jail. Those are your two options.
The Bible says.
I just don't want to go.
Sir, I need to see your ID as well. You're making too much noise now too. I have.
And we're not using.
I'm telling you, I need your ID.
I'm not using amplification. I'm using my voice.
I don't care.
I'm exercising my freedom of speech, sir.
Right, I get that.
So you're gonna arrest me for exercising my freedom of speech?
You can't.
Excuse me?
It's in the Bill of Rights, the Constitution.
You're gonna arrest us
freedom of speech.
If we're
It's one of
exercising
our
our freedom of
rights,
speech on a public sidewalk on an easement?
The problem is that we have a noise ordinance, okay?
Yeah, I'm using my voice, sir.
It doesn't matter if you're using your voice. You can still be too loud, and people can still complain about this.
So
you actually were standing on the property.
This is not.
I'm not going to argue the point.
This is an easement right here.
Your ID, sir.
There has to be an easement.
The Bible says. And if I don't give it to you,
you're going to jail. Yeah. So what's it going to be?
In the lake of fire. This is unlawful, sir.
212 clear. Give me another unit over here.
Because I'm telling you, if it was something else, a family event, they're spreading music, we could complain too, right?
That's absolutely right. Need to see your ID.
And would they be arrested if they didn't show you their ID?
What are you going to complain on?
That it's too loud. We don't like it.
Who's too loud?
I'm just saying, in the instance, if somebody's playing music, or we can.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
It's the same thing. All right, you have my ID.
I'll be right back with you. Sir, I need to see your ID.
Sir, I'm not doing anything unlawful.
Actually, you're standing in a public roadway?
No, actually, so where's the easement? Because I can't stand on their property. The utility line's right there. So if
I'm telling you I need to see your ID or I'm going to put you in jail. Okay. One of two choices.
Okay, I'll give you my ID, but if you're not,
I need to see your ID now. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
Okay, well, I got it all on film because we can take this.
Good, I do too.
That's fine. We're not doing nothing illegal, sir. We're not doing nothing illegal. What you're doing is unlawful. You're violating our freedom of speech. You're violating our freedom of speech, sir. All right?
Thank you very much. Come on, stand over here with him.
You're being used by the devil right now. You're wicked, sir.
Well, what if I tell you I don't believe in God?
Well, you're going to go to hell.
Good.
You're going to burn in hell.
Join me, won't you?
So first we see this Claiborne police officer, Officer Robert Blanc. First he's harassing these individuals about being too loud and they're violating some noise ordinance. But they stop using the amplified device and they just merely use their voice. They're speaking out and they're exercising their First Amendment right. Now he's bothering them about being in the roadway when he just stated to them that they could not be on the property. He's completely ignoring the fact about this easement that's there. And yes, it still can be the property of the owner, the private property of the owner, but they must give the public right-of-way passage to be able to use it. And as you see, there is no sidewalk. But one thing I would like to point out, this cop was kind of on edge with everybody. Even the lady who pulls up and she's asking him, hey, can I park here? He's a little snippy with her as well. Some people they're not into religion. I'm kind of thinking that this may be the case, but no matter what, whether you're into religion or you're not, people's rights cannot be stepped on. You have to respect it.
That's why you're being used by the enemy right now.
Yep.
If you don't believe in God and you die in your sins, man, you're going to go to hell, man. And Jesus died for you, man. He cares about you. You know that? He loves you so much, man.
Texas
He loves you so much, man. He cares
34678804.
about
Aaron
you so,
Urbanski.
man. He cares about you, man. He died for your sins, man. You're 30 and he rose again on the third day. Do you believe the gospel?
Hang on a second, please.
Do you believe the gospel, sir?
Texas 44002893, Leonard Gaffney.
See, if this wasn't real, you wouldn't see the spiritual warfare right here.
I don't have any idea where you can park. I'm dealing with something else over here.
Because the truth is not being told inside this lukewarm congregation. This is a lukewarm congregation right here.
Hey, shut up.
Jesus Christ is coming back with vengeance.
I'm fixing to put you in jail on a noise ordinance violation.
Jesus Christ is coming back to destroy sinners.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
You can't arrest him just for speaking.
Really?
Use my freedom of speech.
Absolutely, I can. I got a noise ordinance complaint.
I'm using my freedom of speech, sir.
Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
I'm using my freedom of speech.
Turn around, place your hands behind
your back.
So
you arrested me for using my freedom of speech?
I got a noise ordinance complaint.
So you're going to arrest me for using my freedom of speech, sir?
I'm about to.
I got it all on camera. Hey, just take my
see this right here?
Yeah.
I got it right here, too.
Hey, go ahead and take my camera. You call Connie. Yeah, no. No, if he's going to arrest me using my freedom of speech, that's fine, man.
He wasn't going to arrest you.
No, I am fixing to arrest him. Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Let me go ahead and get my camera,
man.
Well, we have a problem. Officer Robert Blanc doesn't seem to know, well, I think he does, that an ordinance cannot outweigh the United States Constitution. Even the Supreme Court has ruled in Marbury versus Madison that no law can outweigh or override the United States Constitution. But even knowing this cop is showing that he doesn't care, which goes back to what I was saying earlier. Police officers, I'm believing now that they all know the law. They just don't care.
Let me go ahead and get my camera.
That's unlawful, sir.
All right, turn around, place your hands behind your back.
That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and take a picture of it, too, man.
Nah, thank you.
Take a picture, man. Hey, I'm going to get my phone, man. Hey.
No, you're not going to give anybody anything.
I'm going to get my phone.
In a minute. In a minute. In a minute.
He's arresting me for using my freedom of speech, sir, on the public sidewalk.
Well, it's a noise ordinance violation. That's the problem.
This is against the law right here. He just said he hates God. He doesn't believe in God. And he's arresting me? This is what's coming, sir, to America. Preaching the truth for Christians.
And this is
coming.
This is what's going to happen. You guys are not ready for the tribulation. When we get persecuted, the Christians are going to be outlawed. What are you going to do? You're going to fight for your life? You're going to try to save your family?
Hey, Mike, go ahead and take pictures of this.
Woe unto you. Judgment day is coming. Jesus is coming. You're not going to be ready. All of
Who do you want to give your phone to?
To him right there. Hey, Lenny.
This is what's going to happen.
Can you take the phone? Yeah, the code's 5569. Go ahead.
This is sad. Oh, I need to feel Christian. What would Jesus Christ think about this?
If I didn't break no law, man, and he's arrested.
You're arresting a servant of the Lord.
I wasn't even using amplification. I'm using my voice. You can't use that freedom of speech.
Well, see, here's the thing. After I told you to stop because I had a noise ordinance violation,
Give us any ordinance number.
I don't need to give you an ordinance number. Look, that's yours.
Go ahead, Lenny.
That's mine.
This yours? Okay. There you go.
Go ahead, Lenny. Get a picture, man. Cleveland police, man. Cleveland police arrested for preaching the truth, man.
So here's the deal. Like I told you when I first got here, I had a noise ordinance violation complaint. You were actually on that megaphone when I got here. Okay? I've told you to quit. You got off of it. That's why you're not going to jail. See, he kept going. That's why he's going to jail.
Megaphone, sir. I wasn't on the megaphone.
This guy kept yelling.
Yeah.
This guy kept yelling after I told him to stop. That's why he's going to jail on a noise ordinance violation right now.
But you don't
Okay?
have no
I've asked you to stop and you did. At this point, they've asked you to leave the property.
This isn't their property, though, sir. There has to be an easement. This is our freedom of speech right here. This is our First Amendment to exercise our freedom of speech on a public sidewalk. If there's not a sidewalk, there's an easement where the utility line is. You're doing something unlawful right now because you hate God, because you don't believe in God, sir.
Is that why?
Yeah, that's what you said. What if you don't believe in God? This is.
I asked him.
Man.
Okay. All right. Let's go to my car over here.
Yeah, go ahead and take a picture, Mike. That's fine. This is wicked. Lukewarm Christianity. Lying lips are abomination to God. This is abomination right here.
Slide in. Let's find out if
Did you get
the
my keys too?
we'll find out if the congregation wants a criminal trespass warning issued.
Sir, I wasn't on their property.
Actually, you were.
No, I was not.
See, the
How am
criminal
I on
trespass warning only deals with curbs and stuff like that. We don't deal with any of the.
Yeah, but I was not on their property,
You
sir.
actually were.
No, I was not, sir.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to tell you you were.
That's right. You know what? The Lord is my shepherd.
Slide over this way just a little bit.
I ran both of them.
Yeah. I didn't run this guy in the gray.
Preaching repentance? No, you're not.
Followed her over here.
Talking to me, so
He was right over here.
They were both within 6 feet.
they were on at times too.
Yeah.
Off the roadway.
Yeah, off the roadway.
Did they go?
Yeah.
Because that's where they were.
So you'll get that from him?
I want her to do it.
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to run him up to the jail.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to let you know on video that you're being issued a criminal trespass warning. You are never allowed to set foot on this property over here again at any point in time again in the future. If you do, you'll be arrested on the spot. Do you understand that? Actually, you were. Well, I'm not going to argue that point with you. Little something you might take into consideration for future reference. Just because you can do something and have the right to do something doesn't mean it's always a good idea. Just because you can do something and have the right to do something doesn't mean it's always a good idea. And have the right to do something doesn't mean it's always a good idea.
I was right. He knew the law and he said it. Just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean it's always a good idea to do it. And you know what? I actually agree with this officer. Just because you have the right to do something, it's not always a good idea that you just have to go out and do it. But we must remember, even if it's not a good idea to me, it may be a great idea to you. And if you feel like doing it and you have the right to do it, then who am I to say that you cannot do it? So there's no way a man should be sitting in the back seat of a police car because the officer who arrested him knows he has the right to do so, but yet he felt as though it wasn't a good idea. This is what we're dealing with in America. Make sure you know your rights, and when your rights are violated, like the guy in this video, fight back, stand on your rights. With that being said, we the People University, signing off.